Thought tonight was obviously a hard-fought win. We came out with a team that was hot early, was able to hit some threes on us, got a lot of confidence, and a team that played really hard. Had some older guys that really knew how to play the game, knew how to score the basketball. But in the end, we did enough. We did enough defensively, and we did enough offensively to get the win. But we know that we're still a work in progress, and there's things that we have to clean up.
Scotty, the kick out with 54 seconds left, you brought the baseline. What did you see on that play?
Just executing the offense. Sable's at the right spot where we need to be for the play, and just letting the offense work. I knew when I jumped in the air, I knew he was going to be there, so I know I can find him.
Scotty, it seems like you and Aaron and Saban have kind of developed a chemistry already. Where is that from? Is that developed over time in practice?
I feel like we've always had that chemistry. On and off the court, we're all cool with each other, and just on the court, we play together.
Aaron, do you kind of see that too with you three guys? Seem like you have a little something going early on. How has that developed so quickly?
I mean, it's just having fun off the court. I think the closer you are off the court, the better you're going to be on the court, playing together as a whole. And as leaders on the team, I think it's important for all of us to be in tune to make sure we go in the right direction.
Aaron, what's the benefit of playing a close game like this where you guys have to make plays the last couple minutes to pull it out?
I think it's important because it helps us learn how to finish a game and close it out. How to know to execute our offense all the way through when the going gets tough, like Scotty said. Those are our spots. You knew Saban was going to be there. You trusted the offense, and it paid off for us. So just learning how to close the game.
Aaron, along those same lines, I mean, wins like these almost better in the long run than maybe the blowouts because you really have to fight for all 40 minutes.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's going to definitely help us out in the long run when we go into other close games, and it's going to also help us not take anybody for granted.
Aaron, you guys came out of a timeout in the second half with 4 straight live ball steals. Do you guys think that the press, the kind of attacking those ball handlers was what got you guys going on offense in the second half?
Yeah, defense leaves the easy offense, so yeah, for sure.
Any more for the guys? Okay, thanks, fellas.
Stack, what did you see the demeanor and the execution of your guys those last 4 minutes? How can you grade those guys?
We did some good things offensively. We were careless a little bit too. So I think it was kind of a 50-50 for me. Some of those I think had some good opportunities in transition. Aaron had the one where he went behind the back. Those just aren't plays that we can do in transition. We got to get the ball into our point guard's hand and let them kind of run the show for us in those late game situations. But again, it's good that it's happening now. Those things that we can learn from.
The kick out from Scotty that I asked him about, how did you see that play?
It's just it's the set that we called, the set that we drew up. It's the action that we have on the weak side for Aaron to get to the weak side corner. And we had to trust those passes. They're there a lot more. Within our offense. Every time we have some strong side action, we're supposed to have some weak side action that looks like that. So it's not just so happening that teams, for whatever reason, they just focus on the ball late in late game situations, and we're able to get those plays if we can get over the defense and see them. But I wanted to make sure that we have guys that are threats with the ball that can still get to the basket if those options aren't there.
You've talked about what matters is who starts a game, but what ends it? What's it say about him when he's got the ball in his hands late in the game with it on the line like
Who's that?
Scotty.
Oh. Did he have it? They go back and forth. Like I said, they sometimes I call the play. Sometimes Scotty runs it. Sometimes Saban runs it. Saban likes to be off the ball some too. So, but again, it's just about executing. He's growing. He's a guy that we're gonna have in the game. I trust all these guys. We're not trying to start no big three or nothing like that. We need everybody. I'm saying? There's some games that Scotty's not going well. He's a young player. He's a freshman. He's gonna have some ups and downs. Those will be the games that Max will be in there. Dylan, he's a young player. He's gonna have some ups and downs. Those will be the game that that Matt will be in there. So it's kind of how the game goes. Who's playing well is who's gonna finish the game. We're gonna try to give all those guys a shot. I thought Otan played well in a couple minutes, but again, you just can't play everybody. Edge came in and did some good things in his couple minutes. So it's just, that's not always in the box score, who has the positive effect on the game. And we want to try to just continue. Jordan Wright, he came in, had a big steal, got a layup, so I think we're going to continue to roll with guys as who's going well.
What did you think about the way Cleveland attacked the basket, getting those dunks and rebounds for you?
Yeah, it's great. I think he's a guy that can play above the rim for us. He's good at relocating. We work on those things every day, relocating, trying to get the open spots to where our penetrators can find them. And I thought they did a good job of finding them. And that's how you want to work the game, kind of inside out. If we can get those things, and now we got that weak side, had to worry about him relocating, and that opens up things like it did in the late game play where Aaron was able to make that crucial three for us.
I think 3 of Cleveland's dunks were set up off Saban drives. How much better of a player is Saban if he can make that play as opposed to just getting to the rim on his own?
Yeah, that's what we talk about all the time. Absolutely. If you don't have any resistance, I want him to go and finish every one that he can. I don't want him to not score the ball, but I have challenged him to try to lead the SEC in assists. I think with him and his ability to get downhill and as much attention as he's going to get, those plays are going to be there to make. Some teams are going to leave strong side corner, and it's not the sexiest play, right? Just to drive it and kick it to the corner, but it's the right play. And so we just got to we got to trust those plays a little bit more as a group, and I think we will.
Coach, we saw a little bit of full court press, especially right out of the second half. Is that something we should expect to see more of going forward, especially with lineups with Max Evans in it?
Not if they hit a 3 out of the first time, then we out of that. But no, I thought it was really good. We did some good things with it and slowed them down, and they just kind of got that one. I think that particular play, we got a foul on Dylan. He kind of got caught in the thing. But those are some things that we're going to look at. I think we got enough athletes out there that where we could pick up the pace a little bit more and cause some havoc defensively. And then there's and then we can just fall right back into our zone a little bit. So we're going to work on those things a little bit more. But I like the versatility of our group to be able to mix it up defensively.
Yeah, your first road trip of the year coming up. How do you approach that this Thursday?
Well, again, we just try to prepare for it, and we had the kind of the scrimmage that we did in the season. Kind of early on, it was a little dress rehearsal of what it looks like, so it shouldn't be like a cultural shock to anybody. We'll get there, get some dinner. Guys have a gym to where they can go and get some shots earlier. It changes it a little bit for us from a practice standpoint. We got to go earlier because of class and things like that. But we approach it as a good team. I think it's a good test for us to go on the road against a good team and see where we are. I think it's always a positive to just get something like that on film with a good team to see what we can do, and you never know. We might grow a little bit between now and then. So.
Any more for Coach?
How'd you evaluate your defense tonight?
It was okay. I think we let 2. I didn't like the way that ball was passing across from baseline to baseline. I think those are things that we work on. We had guys coming for the help, but we got to get our foot outside on that baseline to cut off some of those passes. They got a couple threes from that, but I thought our rotations were pretty good. We got to them with, I don't think their shots were uncontested. They made some contested shots. They did a good job of moving the ball too. You got to give those guys credit there. They play hard and they share the basketball with each other. And they got, I thought the kid, Deshaun Talton, what I'm saying, he's a good player, man. He's a senior. He's been around. And you can never have enough experience, and that's what we're trying to gain some experience of what we're doing.
Any more for Coach? All right, thank you.